Hi, I'm Sue Resig, and guess what we're having today? We're having crispy, crunchy potato chips, believe it or not, and there's no oil, no salt. If you're following a diet where you can have salt, you can always sprinkle a little on there. But for those folks who are trying to follow a no oil, no salt, healthy diet, these are delicious and they're crispy and they're easy to do. They do take a little planning ahead, I'll warn you right now. But what you're going to start with are baked potatoes. So the day before, bake yourself some potatoes. I baked several for dinner last night knowing that I wanted to have some left over to show you today. After they come out of the oven, they've sat for a little bit so you can handle them. You don't want to be doing it hot out of the oven. You're going to scoop the potato flesh out of the skin. And I'll show you here how I did it. I have these little potato boats, and it's really quite thin. I tried to scoop it as thin as possible, about a 1/16 of an inch. If you make it more than 1/8 of an inch, they don't get crispy. They stay kind of potatoey. So you want it less than 1/8 of an inch thick. Just keep scooping that out. And you don't want to take all the potato away because then it doesn't taste like a potato chip. But just that little bit in there. And what I did is I scooped all my potatoes out and I just put the shells in the refrigerator. I put the potato filling in the refrigerator. And today what I'm doing to make these is I've sprinkled a little onion powder and a little garlic powder inside each one for a little flavor. And then I've cut them into chip sizes. So you can see on this rack I've already got some cut up, and I'm going to cut a few more up here just so you can see how I do that. And I'm trying something different. You know, that's just kind of the way it goes here. Sometimes I decided to try it on my cooling rack, you know, the grid work, instead of putting it on a flat pan. When I tried these before, I did them on a flat pan, and then about halfway through I'd have to stop and turn them over so that they get crispy all the way through. And I thought, well, maybe if I put them on a rack where the heat can approach them all the way around, I won't have to turn. So I think this is a good little experiment because I think it's going to work. So I'll cut this last one up into chips. And what I'm going to do, I do want to leave one as a boat. That's another experiment. Maybe I could use it as a taco shell or something. You know, if I keep it as a crispy boat, why couldn't I fill up some goodies in there? Put a little homemade pico de gallo or salsa in there and eat it. And, you know, even a salad seems special when you get to eat it with your hands. You could chop up some lettuce and grated carrot and a little shallot and something, drizzle a little dressing on there and eat it right in your little potato skin boat. That would be fun. And the nice thing about these potato chips is that they're actually good for you. Remember, all the nutrients are just under the skin. Yay! Yay for us, healthy potato chips too. So I'm going to put my boat on here. Put the last of my chips on. And just out of curiosity, you know, you're my guinea pigs today. I also put this is some of the leftover potato, and I cut it up kind of in the shape of a French fry just to see what happened. Sprinkled it with a little onion powder, and I'm going to stick that in the oven too. So I'm going to give these 15 minutes, and then I'll come back and see how they look, okay? See you in a few. Okay, the potato chips are ready. They actually needed just a couple more minutes. I wanted to get them a little crispier. I checked them after 15 minutes at 350, and they were still just a little soft, so I gave them a few more minutes, and now they're nice and crispy. You want to see? Oh, there's a good one. Ah. You can hear that crunch. Very good. Now, if you're able to have yogurt on the Gerson plan, you can make yourself a nice little chip dip to go with this with your yogurt. Put a little grated onion and dill in there. That'll be delicious. And if you're like me and you're not doing dairy, then you can make yourself a little salsa. I don't have a ketchup yet. I mean, I could if I wanted to make awesome sauce, but that's a lot of work just for a little ketchup. But you know, when we were kids and we'd cross the border from Buffalo into Canada, we'd go to a park called Crystal Beach, and in Canada, they like to serve vinegar with French fries. And I could always do a little, make a dip that has a little vinegar in it, and it'll give it a little kick if I want that. And I did try a sneak of my French fries, and they didn't turn out too bad either. A little dip of my vinegar. They're good too. So the potato, or the The French fry was made from the leftover potato that I had scooped out of the skins yesterday. And they held together very well. So there's a lot of options, and there's our potato chips. Don't have to go without now. And it's great because it's self-limiting. How many baked potatoes can you make, really, you know? So you're not going to get overfilled. And here's our little potato shell, and I think I'm going to find something that I can put in there for my lunch today. When I have my salad, I'm going to take some of my salad and with the tomato and the lettuce and stuff and a little pepper, put that in there, put a little drizzle of dressing on, and I'm going to have a little potato boat taco. All right. I hope you try this. I hope you enjoy it. After all, it is potato chips. See you later. Have a good day.